welcome to our weekly reading. So this reading is going to be for today, Sunday, all the way till Saturday of the upcoming week. If you don't know who I am Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And if you want to learn a little bit more about me, the links for everything about me are just down below. So check out my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com, my Patreon, Leon Mystery School, Desert Cauldron, which is a witchy shop that James and I own. James from Light of Riga, if you're interested in some crystals, on Etsy. All right, so looks like Butterfly is here. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. So excited today. Let me just push this backwards for you guys. There we go. Give myself some room. And yeah, let's get into it. So I have all the goodies for us today, just diving into the week. Taking a look at a general view for the week, but then also taking a look at our elemental view. So a little bit more personalized for you guys out there for fire signs, earth signs, water signs, so on and so forth. So, Tokra, hello, says ciao bella. Good day to all. Good day to you. All right, so let's start off with casting that elemental circle. So people who maybe are popping in, never been here before, or maybe will watch later on. The reason I do an elemental circle is I like to cleanse my space. Like to make sure that everything here is as clear and high vibe as possible, so that the messages that come through are the clearest and for everybody's best and highest good. So I like to use the elements first before casting that elemental circle. So calling in the energy of fire to help burn away anything that doesn't need to be here that might interfere with our reading. So I got a nice little earthy brown candle here. Again, keeping us nice and grounded during this very energetic time. Things have been quite energetic. All right, and then I'm gonna burn a little piece of this Palo Santo here for that air energy, so that while we have the AC on, everything just kind of blows out the window that doesn't need to be here. And by the way, I did a mega apartment cleansing because we had something, I think, pretty interdimensionally nasty in here. It actually made the apartment smell like sulfur in certain parts, and then I cleansed it, all gone. So, all right, so Palo Santo smells so good. Annette, hey, good morning, good morning. Okay, let's bust out a little bit of our water here, our full lunar cycle water from new moon to full moon, and just use that water to wash away anything that doesn't need to be here. And you know what? Hit myself with that too, because it feels good. Okay. All right, and then calling in some of that earth energy via this wand that James and I created for Desert Cauldron, which if you are interested in this, it is in our Etsy shop, so links down below. But we have a beautiful chlorite quartz, chlorite included quartz, wonderful earthy energy, elemental energy, and then also with this beautiful grackle feather that was so kindly left behind by one of our female grackles. They're the ones with more a lighter brown color, whereas the male grackles, their feathers are so black, they're blue and purple in the sun. It's like they're iridescent. It's beautiful. But I love the feminine energy with this one, the earthy energy. And then this, we have antelope bone, again, ethically sourced, because we want to make sure that harm to none is, one of our business mottos. So, okay, calling in those elemental directions, starting at the north. Calling in the elementals of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the west to help us to cast our circle today. Our circle is cast, let our work begin, and so it is. All right. Oh wow, everybody's in here. Silver Star, hey, hey. It says working and lurking. Nice. Well, you lurk all you want. Michelle, hello, hello. Crazy Bunny Lady, what's up? Liesel, Focus and Flower Tarot, hello. Sumi, it says I'm late to school. My Android didn't ding. Hey, no worries. We're just casting our circle. We haven't gotten started with our reading quite yet. Silver Star's like, hey, everyone, gloves on, can't type. No worries. Okay. Crazy Bunny Lady said, always such stunning wands. Well, thank you. We enjoy making all of our unique wands, and it's nice that we get to utilize them before they go off to their homes. All right, all right. So let me put this off to the side here. And I know you guys love the Tibetan singing bowl, so let's do one last little clearing energy with this sound energy attuned to the heart chakra. So let's get down with this. All right, all right. Okay, so I don't know, I'm just like, my mood is like so vibing right now. So I'm curious to see how that's going to affect our readings today, hopefully in a good way. Okay, so before we get started with the readings, I like to go into the Mayan astrological message. So this is the Mayan forecast for the week, and I am a Mayan astrologer, and I do teach Mayan astrology through my Leon Mystery School, amongst many other teachers and other subjects. But it's not, I wouldn't say it's the messages are completely different from other astrologies out there. I do feel that with all the different astrologies, all the different cultures, the messages are similar just from different points of view, which I think is interesting, you know, kind of getting a Western point of view or Eastern point of view or, you know, Mayan point of view, so on and so forth. And I think that the more you know, as in reading Rainbow, da, 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 the more you know, is better. Okay, so today, Sunday, today is two men. So no, I'm not talking about males as in men. Men is related to the eagle. It means eagle. And so yesterday was the start of a brand new Trasena with the number one, starting with that one Ish energy. Ish is related to the jaguar, so big cat energy coming in this week. I know some of you guys are kitty fans out there. So it's all about kind of, I would say more the subtle energy throughout the week is subtle, like the jaguar, you know, just kind of slowly, quietly walking through things, kind of looking around, feeling things out, and deciding when they want to act. So it's all about patience, listening, looking, learning before taking action on something. But today, two men, two is all about duality. Sometimes it can be all about being stuck in a choice, but we have a broader perspective today. We have the perspective of the eagle with that men energy. So if we are stuck with a choice today, we can call in the energy of eagle or any bird that you feel really close to, but and ask, okay, of these decisions that I want to, or things that I want to do today, or whether or not I should do this, let's take a step back and let's take a look at the situation, calling in that bird energy, but also calling in that jaguar energy. So having that earth and sky connection, keeping yourself grounded while attuning to your higher self, and then making a decision from there. So, all right, everybody saying their hellos. Hey, Billy. And then we are going to end this this our week here, not the ending of the Trasena, but ending this week, Saturday of the upcoming week, on 8 Imish. And actually, Imish was the Trasena we just got out of. And so if any of you felt like the past 13 days were a little intense, maybe your reality feels a little different, more different than usual. Like I said, people were talking about lots of repeating numbers, more than usual. I know many of us see repeating numbers, but it's like where it got to ridiculous speed with the repeating numbers, or reality just didn't seem normal. Like things seem to look different, even though you're quite familiar with those certain surroundings. So a lot of people were kind of merging through kind of interdimensional stuff this past 13 days. And so by going into 8 Imish, we embrace that energy again of that left side of reality, the beyond the beyond, the beyond. And then we connect that with community. So that is the number 8. So it's all about the collective coming together and understanding that, hey, this isn't just a singular thing. It's not just me going through some stuff, but it seems like all of us are. And when you realize that it's more of a dimensional thing, earthly thing going on, we can take steps towards grounding ourselves, being more open, talking about what's going on, and opening yourself up to leveling up. So good stuff there, I'd say. Let's see, Billy said, yeah, repeating numbers this week. um, oh, and then Annette was saying hello to Susie. Billy said, had so many spiritual tingles the last few days. Tell me about it. Wow. All right. Okay, so the herb of the week I wanted to talk about was valerian, actually. And you know what? Let me go grab my valerian because I think you guys need to see this. Okay, I keep mine down in here. This is my herby goodness in here. That's my rosemary, that's my vervain. Oh, you know what? It's in here. Ooh. I always forget the herby. No, that's horsetail. Oh, here we go. Valerian. Okay. Coming back. All right, I just wanted to show you kind of what valerian looks like in case you were going to be on the hunt for it. Okay, so the herb that I chose for this week, again, valerian, looks kind of like this, and I have it in a super sealed jar because valerian stinks. Silver Star saying hello to everyone. Oh my gosh, I love the emojis. It's so cute. Very colorful. Valerian is also really loved by cats. Not every cat, but usually cats that are attracted to catnip. And actually not every cat is attracted to catnip. But most cats that love catnip also love valerian. Actually, they love valerian more. They kind of go crazy as if they're on drugs, but it creates a kind of wild effect in them, and then they get super sleepy afterwards. So it's the same for humans. Ingesting valerian, via tea, will create that kind of sedative effect, which is more so than I think chamomile. So if you're really looking to really unwind, relax, or you're having trouble sleeping, like some people had said that their dreams are really crazy, or they're staying up really late, or the time they get up and go to bed has shifted and changed, and you're having a little bit of trouble, I would recommend valerian. But like I said, it does stink. It kind of smells like something is rotting, but it's such a beneficial herb, and I think people might be more off-put by the smell, and so it's oftentimes just discarded because they're like, oh well, it stinks, so I don't want to have anything to do with it. But it has a lot of potential. It has a lot of health benefits as well as magical benefits, and your cats love it. So I used to give it to Wally and Loki. Like, I put a little bit on their scratch pads and they would just like go crazy, and Loki would try to eat it, and it's, by the way, not harmful to them, so they can eat it if they wanted to. Other things I want to say about valerian. Okay, so if you were looking for any sort of protection, like I was talking about earlier, did a big apartment cleansing here. If you feel like anything is coming in that shouldn't, and maybe you want to line the outside, I probably wouldn't line the inside of the home, but maybe the outside of the home for a little bit of protection, you can do this. It's also really good for purification. So like I said, if you wanted to drink it as a tea, and actually when it's steeped in a tea, it no longer smells bad. It actually smells really good, and the taste is really good. It's just when it's in its dry form or in its fresh form and it's not been put into something else, like turned into a tea or something, it does stink. But like I said, turn it into a tea, and if you can like get past the stink factor and let it steep, it'll smell just fine. It'll smell like any other regular tea, like a green tea or something. And the taste is actually really pleasant. I was like a little skeptical at first. I had gotten just a little bit of valerian, and I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff stinks so bad. And my cats are like, give me some. They're like cracked out. But I put a little bit in the tea, let it steep, and then I came back to it and I was like, oh, it doesn't smell that bad. Okay. And then I drank it. I was like, oh, actually, it's really good. So, hey, valerian. let's see here. Billy said, talking of cats, I was across. I had left the room for a little while when only to return to find a neighbor's cat sitting on the indoor windowsill. Hashtag rude. Sumi said the San Antonio Zoo has a stinky plant, the Tidum arum. It smells like wet garbage. It attracts flies. The flies pollinate the plant, similar to bees. Interesting. And Michelle said, good to know. Billy said, please forgive a little caution. If you're going to ingest various herbs and you're on medication, please check with pharmacy first. For example, St. John's wort stops many other meds from working. Yeah, of course. I mean, with anything, always do your due diligence. Do your own research and make sure that particular herbs are right for you. I feel like I sound like a pharmaceutical ad. Let's see. Crazy Bunny Lady said Valerian sounds like something I should try. I have some sleeping problems. You know what? If you're gonna make a tea with this, okay, here's my personal Valerian tea recipe. A little bit of Valerian. You know what? I'm not gonna open it right now because it kind of stinks. So a little bit of Valerian. I'm talking like maybe that much. Mix it in with a little bit of linden flower if you have linden flower. I would probably put in, well, I always put rose with everything, so if he has rose petals, but that's, you don't have to, and jasmine. So jasmine. So if you have jasmine, linden flower, valerian, I think they're pretty good together. Otherwise, you could just have valerian on its own. But like if you want the extra, like I'm out for the count to punch, for me, I think, you know, that would be that. Billy said, especially careful if you're on anti-DS, as things like green tea make your body store more of the chemical than it should and isn't good in those circumstances. All right, interesting. Well, thank you, thank you. And Crazy Bunny Lady also said, good to know. All right, so Valerian, herb of the week, you guys. It's our stinky little friend. Okay. All right, I think we want to dive into the weekly reading. So if you guys want to grab your cards, this is why I love these live chats, so that we can pull some cards together. Let's really expand on the messages, also get your input. You know, you guys all have lovely sources of intuition over there, all the various ways that you receive your downloads, and we all come together for massive, massive reading. So Billy said, I was at the doctor's years ago, and there was a poster that stated it stopped contraceptive pill working. But when I mentioned it to the pharmacy, they said it makes a lot of meds stop working. Interesting, very interesting. So yeah, like I said, do your research. Okay, the decks that I have for this week, I have Wally's World Oracle. And a deck that I haven't brought out in a while is the Dame Darcy. So it's been a while since I worked with this one, but I do love the Dame Darcy. But for me, it hits pretty hard. Like, it's a hard hitting deck, even though it's like, oh, super watery. No. And then I have for later on my Witch's Runes that I keep in here. I also have the Ocean Dreams Oracle that just came out, created by Danielle Knoll. And Sea Melodies, affirmation cards, and lastly, Tarot of the Moon Garden, which I will use for anybody who wants to do super chats or super stickers at the end of this live stream. So this will be the deck that I shall utilize. All right. Billy said, had a lovely reading with Lion's Gateway deck earlier. We'll just watch tonight though. Too hot and sticky in the UK to touch decks now. Okay, totally understand. It's here, it's been like on average 111 to 113, so it's a little warm. Okay, let's pull a few cards for just the week. We'll get the weekly energy, and then I want to dive into the elemental energy. So for all the fire signs, earth signs, water signs, air signs out there, so we can get even more clearer picture of what the week has cooked up for us. Okay, but before doing that, I always pull a theme card, so I'm going to use Wally's World for that. And if you are interested in Wally's World, the link is down below. All right, so anybody going to be busting out their decks? If you are, let us know what you are working with. Liesel says, I'm going to be using my botanical grimoire cards. Yeah, there's a heat wave in the UK. Well, stay cool, you guys. Stay cool. Drink lots of water. Billy said, knowing you like Wild Kuan Yin deck, have you seen there is a velvet version out now with a big guidebook and a velvet card bag? I have not. Very interesting. So many, so many things to look at maybe after the chat today. All right. And I do love that deck, by the way. That's in there in my little heart. All right, Butterfly is going to use the Vessel Oracle and an RWS Tarot. Focus and Flowers is the Accurate AF Tarot and the Enchanted Tarot. Excellent. All right. Oh, thank you, Billy. So Billy posted the link to Wally's World in case you're interested in the deck. Got lovely gilded edging. All right. So like I said, let's pull a theme card. Let's pull a theme card for the week. Tokra has Tarot of the Abyss. Excellent. Annette has the Threads of Fate for my theme card, and Ritual Tarot and Dirt Gems for the weekly reading. I love those dirt gems, actually. Okay. All right, so theme card, here's what I got. Oh. This lovely picture here was not taken by me, but actually taken by our friend Cosmic Creeper, who's in the community. She lives out in the UK, and this was taken in the Royal Botanical Gardens. And so this is a tree that she likes to hang out with every once in a while. She feels that it has kind of a grandmotherly energy. She loves to do meditations and things under there. So yeah, let me dive into this card and see how that actually connects to our theme, while also keeping in mind the Mayan astrology energy that I was talking about as well. Billy said, I'm counting sleep till Oak, Ash, and Thorn goes on pre-order August 1st, delivery due January. So excited. It's my soul deck. Yay! Sumi's just listening, folding laundry and cleaning up. You know what? That's the best thing to do. Like when you're cleaning house or doing stuff, I love to have like a live stream going on in the background so I can just kind of hear, you know, that's, yeah, love it. Focus and Flower said, for humidity, UK friends, shuffle with the tiniest pinch of cornstarch. We'll keep the card shuffling fine into 90% humidity. That's a good idea. All right. You know what? I didn't even think of that. But, well, you know, we don't have too much humidity here. It's like 20% humidity or less, maybe 15. It's very, very dry. But I would assume that, yeah, cornstarch would definitely help with that. So good tip. All right, Butterfly said, for the theme, got change and support. Billy said, it's the mini version of Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Great as I have little hands. That's awesome. You know what? And I love mini decks. I also love giant decks and mini decks. When they're ridiculous, love them. Okay, so let me go into this for our theme. All right, so it feels like the energy of this week, and I feel like when I say energy, it's been ramping up, and it's just going to kind of be that way for a while, is kind of what I've been getting from my channeling that I've been doing. But there's going to be kind of this push to move faster than you want to make decisions faster than you feel comfortable, to do things without thinking. And so you're going to need extreme presence and connection with self before moving forward. So basically stillness is what they're saying. Even though it feels like people are pushing and shoving you, maybe not physically, but like pushing and shoving, like, come on, let's do this. Or, you know, you kind of feel the energy of like, I will like want to do a million things at once. It's going to take extreme concentration and focus to be like, okay, I feel really pressured to get a bunch of stuff done right now because I feel like there's a lot of energy for me to do that. It seems like everybody else is doing a million things. Maybe I should be doing a million things at once. And the message here is just wait. Just wait. You have next week. You have the week after. You have freaking the whole rest of the year to do a lot of things. I know that we're more than halfway through the year, but there's still a whole rest of the year to go, you know, so just wait, pause, just like the jaguar. The jaguar is not brash. It doesn't rush into things. If it did, it probably would eat less often than it does. So in this case, what nourishes you, not that you're going out to go eat a lot, but the things that really light you up, the things that really nourish your soul and fill you up are worth waiting for. No need to rush into anything. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing or the world around you is doing, or even if you feel that kind of energetic push to do a bunch of things. Ground yourself, connect, and decide, is this right for me at this time? Should I make a decision right now? If not, I can wait, you know? In the grand scheme of things, there really is no time. It's all happening at once. It's only here that it is linear. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go back here. Lisa got Maple Leaf Abundance. Silver Star says, what I'm doing, cleaning interiors of vehicles. Hey, you know what? Sometimes that can be really cathartic. Crazy Bunny Lady said, for the theme, I got Lilith, Empowerment. And Billy's saying, so resonate with that. So yeah, along with the other messages that you guys are getting as well, I also feel like the message is just, hold on, just wait. You know, you have time to make decisions later or to do things later. There's no reason it needs to all be done right now. Let's see. Crazy Bunny Lady says, oh, that was such a beautiful message. Billy, did you happen to notice any colors while you were connecting with the message? You know, that's a good question, because I see all kinds of, it's weird. When I channel, it's a mixture of pictures, words that I see, words that I hear, feelings. I would say the dominant color I saw was red. And I know that we associate red with like action, fire, wand energy, but also with love. And so passion. We might be surrounded in that color energy. And like I said, just ground yourself as best you can. When you feel pressure to do so, it's okay to say, can I have a moment? Or let me think this over, or I'll get back to you tomorrow. It's completely okay. And by the way, it's really good at setting boundaries. So making sure that you have boundaries with people so that you don't feel pressured to do something before you're ready. So it's like, okay, well, that sounds good. I know you probably want an answer right now, but I would feel more comfortable giving you an answer tomorrow. And that's how we set our boundaries. And so that's kind of what I was getting for the week. But also, yeah, the color red, definitely. Annette got released for the theme. Lily said red also being root chakra, so that makes sense with the grounding. Very good. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. You know, you guys ever watch that YouTube channel, Dom Whiting? He like rides his bike. He lives in the UK, but like he rides his bike. It's got like a stereo system, or I mean like a DJ thing set up with like cameras, and he's got people that like ride around with like speakers on their back, and it's like thousands of people going through the streets listening to really awesome music, and they're all just riding their bikes, and it's like a big dance party in the streets on your bikes. So love watching his channel. Well, not really like watching, more like listening to the music. Okay, so let's go in with this Dame Darcy Tarot, and I'm gonna pull 4 cards for the week, just with that whole theme that we were taking a look at, plus all the things that you guys pulled, you know, all the cards and all the messages you guys were getting. Also thinking of the Mayan messages. Yeah, let's put it all together with these 4 cards. All right. I have like some really unique energy that's surrounding me right now. I'm like, like the I don't know. It's hard to describe to you guys, but it's like all the downloads are coming in. It's like so much at once. It's getting really hard for me to verbalize it. So sorry if my speech is like all over the place. I'm trying my best to verbalize the messages that I'm getting. Maybe I should take a second to try to reground just a little bit. Yeah, speaking of grounding and Billy talking about root chakra stuff, yeah, give me just a second to try to reground, because I want my speech to be a lot more clear for you guys. I don't think it's clear enough. Okay, so I pulled the cards, but they're face down, so that way I'm not really looking at them yet. Okay, Give me just a second to just ground. Okay. All right. All right. I feel much better now. Okay, let's see. Billy said, I've been listening to novelty songs by James Whitey in his book about minimizing anxiety. Says, sing it a silly song to divert. So I was watching 80s silly songs, Star Trek in, and more silly ones. Nice. Okay, so let's turn these cards over. By the way, if you guys are pulling some cards, let us know what cards you guys are getting as well. Billy sent some Reiki. Thank you so much. I'm like feeling a lot better. I'm not super calm. I just feel a lot more grounded. So, because I want to keep that fun energy that I'm feeling all around me. I like that quirky, unique energy. Okay, so let's take a look here. We have the 10 of Wands. Annette got mountain pose, ground. Oh, I did. Okay, so 10 of Wands. Let's just turn them all over. We have the King of Pentacles. Muy interesante. Carta tres. We have 3 of Pentacles. The three's been coming up quite a bit actually. Not only in repeating numbers, but as certain numerology breaks down into the number 3. So just wanted to point that out. Don't know if anybody else has been seeing a lot more 3s lately. And I also have the Magician. Okay, so like I said, go ahead and pull your cards as well. Let us know what you guys are getting. And let me take a look at this. So give me a moment to just look at all 4 of these cards for our week. Okay, all right. Again, going to try to make it as clear as possible. Okay, I'm going to look at these 2 cards first. So what I was getting with this, that pushing energy that we might feel this week, this rush to make decisions, get things done. Oh, look what he or she or they are doing over there, and they're doing all of these things. Why aren't you up to snuff with them? Why aren't you at the head of the pack with everybody else? And it's this feeling that maybe perhaps people around you, maybe just things that you're watching on YouTube or whatever social media, making you feel as though if you don't push yourself and rush yourself into a decision or doing something, that somehow you're going to be left behind. Somehow you're going to be the only human way back here, and everybody else is just enjoying their popsicles at the finish line, and why aren't you up there? And it's really just it's just a feeling as if things are that way, but that's not actually how it is. And so if we put ourselves into, I'm getting more of the darker side of the King of Pentacles, of like, oh, I need to work, and things got to be hard in order for me to succeed, which is really just a society thing, cultural thing, with views on how we become quote unquote successful in our lives. And really the word success, or what we deem to be successful, is obscure. It's based on how we each individually feel about that word and how we see that word. There isn't a one size fits all when it comes to success. And so there is this unnecessary need to put this 10 of Wands energy onto ourselves. No need to stress yourself out. We're already trying to deal with some new abilities that are coming in, dealing with our own lives, and kind of dealing with the world around us. So we don't need to add some extra pressure on top of it. No need to add to the stack, is the first part of the message for this week. So if you feel like you're being left behind, just know that it's just a feeling of such. It's not the reality. Okay, so then going into the last 2 cards, which I got the 3 of Pentacles and I got the Magician. that the work that is of utmost importance is not the 3D work that you do. It's not the job that you go to. It's not even the things that we do here in the physical world, but it's really an inward journey. So listening to the inner guidance. And this is one of those things where on the outside world wants to push and shove and get me to do things before I think I'm ready, or, before I've had time to really think things through. But on the inside, I'm saying, pause, take a rest, ground yourself. I can come back to this tomorrow, or I can come back to this in an hour. And that's where you really tap into the inner world. And the more you do that, you notice that what's going on in the inner world is going to manifest itself in your outer world. Things may appear then more calm. And it's not that anything really has changed in that 3D world, but really it's your perception and your energy to those things in the 3D world. And so there are some wonderful things that you guys have coming up. Some wonderful things that you guys are creating, doing, people that you're going to be meeting, situations that you're going to find yourselves in. I don't feel that in this channeling they want to make you privy of that. It's more like a surprise in a good way. But you're going to have to be in an energetic space where you're able to see those gifts, those opportunities, and those things that are being shown to you. If we're in a more chaotic space of, oh my gosh, I'm in this little rat race and I gotta, go, you're going to just bypass those little gems along the way. So, like I said, this week is going to continue to be a push and shove, crazy, let's get things done. But the guidance, and you guys make your own decisions, because you have free will. But the guidance is to hold your horses, ground yourself, come back to it later. You can always come back to it later. Okay. All right. All righty. Okay then. Let's see. Let's go back here. Okay, Lisa said moss purification, bark protection, acorns wisdom, eucalyptus healing. Wow. This sounds like an amazing deck, by the way. Billy said, remember, it was the tortoise, not the hare, that won the race. Exactly. And Sumi said, it's just an illusion. Work, work, work equals stress, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, lack of sleep, etc. And for what? Unless there's a pot of gold at the end, the stress isn't worth it. Exactly. And the whole work, 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 you have to think about where did that idea actually come from? It sounds like a reptilian system to me. Let's see. Crazy Bunny Lady said amphorite, willpower, and scat patch boundaries. And Billy was responding to Sumi saying, true, the world seems so focused on comparisons and goals. As kids, we take exams that often decides the next school or job or location. So much comparison. Not all life is about that. Yeah. And that's something that, I had an issue with back when I was teaching high school, was that it was, it wasn't about instilling curiosity in students. It wasn't about making them question things. It was about the person next to you is not your friend. There's somebody to fight against. There's somebody to win against. You want to have the better grade because this grade somehow, this little letter makes you better. It makes you smarter. So it's more of an individual focus than it is a coming together and just building curiosity together. Like, oh, let's learn about this because we genuinely feel interested in this. Instead, it's here are some things that you must know, and I'm going to give you a test, and if you don't know them, then you're no good. Instead of here are some things, let's go with what you're interested in and, go from there. And you learn because you have a natural curiosity towards those things, and then work together instead of separating students and have them compare each other with each other instead of looking at their friends as comrades, their peers. So like I said, that was just one thing, but you know, that's like the whole school system. Okay. Let's go into, oh, the elemental forecast. I get to bust out my witches runes, you guys. So I keep them in this cool little shell box. And I got these from the Witch's Roots. Or no, yeah, it was the Witch's Roots box one time. But anyway, they're all in here. So I'm going to shake them up. And we're going to pull some Witch's runes for our fire signs, our earth signs, our air signs, our water signs. So let us know, what's your sign, baby? So over here, you know, I am a Gemini sun, so that's air right there. I'm a Libra moon, that's also air, and I'm a Scorpio rising, so there's my water. But of course, elsewhere in my chart, I also have a lot more air. I have a lot of Libra in there. And Aquarius, and I also have a little bit more Scorpio and Cancer as well. And then there's, well, I suppose there's some other stuff floating around there, but those are the main things. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let me know what elements you guys are sporting over there. And there's like this little flying bug that keeps catching my attention. Sorry if my eyes are like... okay. Let's pull for... You know, I always start with fire signs. Let's start with the air signs. Okay, so all of my air sign babies out there, let's go ahead and pull your rune for some extra information for your week. And I have to pause for a second because I'm getting some interesting downloads, just extra stuff that I feel I have to add for the week. Okay, I think this is for one person in particular. I mean, it could be for more than one person, but I think this is for one person. It's just an interesting download that was coming. It looks like one of you, maybe more, not sure, but I'm just going to say one. One of you is going to have your car in the shop this week. If you don't already, maybe you already have the car in the shop. And it feels like there's been a lot of headache and worry around, you know, just paying for the car in the shop. But it looks like I just see like a smile on the face of the mechanic and like you guys shaking hands, but like both of you smiling, as if like this person was really genuinely trying to help you out with your vehicle and not just trying to gouge you for money. But this person was, yeah, so one of you guys is going to be helped out by the mechanic, perhaps giving you a really good deal, helping you feel better about your financial situation. So I think that's one of those little gems that you guys might be getting this week. I don't know, that just kind of popped in. So like I said, it might be one of you guys. It sounds a little too specific to be more than one person. So just thought I would mention it. Okay, so Crazy Bunny Lay said my chart is mostly water, Scorpio sun, Cancer moon. Lisa has the earth, wada. And Focus and Flow said so much earth. See, that's something that's missing from my chart actually. Sumi said no worries, it could be a simple oil change, regular maintenance. I wouldn't worry about it if you own a vehicle. Yeah, it didn't seem like it was this like life changing, like, oh my gosh, the whole car imploded. But it was just like I saw somebody at the shop, and it was like somebody doing a really nice deed for you, like kind of cutting you some slack, and it being like a, hey, you know, that was nice. You know, somebody just being really nice and kind of like maybe also a nudge for you to pass it on as well. You know, somebody did you a solid, maybe go help somebody else with a solid as well. Focus and Flow said, OMG, I'm getting my new electric Mini this week. Ah! So, hey, yeah, you know what? Stay open to maybe some nice little nuggets going on out there. So, all right. So let's shake it up. Air signs. Okay, air signs, air signs. Wherever you got some air. Me, I got a lot of it. Okay. Ooh, we have the rune for feminine. Feminine. All right, divine feminine. All right, air signs. Well, how does this pertain to you? Okay. So kind of what I was feeling and seeing is a box, and then I was seeing a free-flowing river. And the message being to, as the energy, like we were talking about, getting is pushing, shoving, do this, society says so, or you got to keep up with the rat race. And understanding that our world operates with a mix of yin and yang energy, masculine, feminine energy, light and dark, heavy, light, all of this. And when we feel like our life should be structured in a particular way, you need to look at bedtime this way. You need to look at work time this way. You need to look at competition this way. You need to have competition because X, Y, and Z. Many of those things are very masculine energies. And yes, we do need a divine masculine in our world in order to keep balance. But we also need a divine feminine. And so the way we operate has become very rigid, almost like in a box, like a cube shape. That the way you look at yourself and the world is very square, a very rigid, has to be this way, there is no other way. And for you guys to try to embrace that more divine feminine energy, which is this kind of crazy flowing coyopa energy of intuition and feeling and just an inner knowing about things, and letting your life go in that flow. And I know that it's difficult when there's a world that is structured very rigidly, that does not allow for that flow. But with enough little rivers coming together to create a massive ocean, well, then there can be some change, because land cannot stand up to the power of water. Eventually it does erode. And so much is like your lives as well. The more you kind of push against these rigid structures, or the way you've rigidly created your own life just based on the world around you, it would be good to tap into that divine feminine, no matter what your gender is, to try and bring more of that life force energy back. Push against that rigidity, mold it in your own way. You need both, but it seems like we've been more heavily focused on that divine masculine in our day-to-day lives. And that could be also why we may feel as though when the world around us is like, go, 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 you have to do this, we might feel fall prey to it, like, oh, okay, well, everybody else is doing it, this is what I have to do, even though I feel really tired and I feel like I don't want to. It's denying that intuitive part of yourself, your intuition saying, hold your horses, just wait. And in favor of that masculine energy, we deny that feminine energy. So if you feel yourself doing that this week, make sure that you really acknowledge it as best you can and ground in that water. And yes, you can ground in water, by the way. We've done it here many times. Okay. Woo! That's a doozy, you guys. So yeah, okay. Let's see. Focus and Flow said, thanks, it's terrifying getting a new car. We haven't gotten one in decades. Let's see. Have I ever had a new car? No. I've always gotten used cars, but my dad? My dad got a new car once, and it was like, it was actually kind of a nervous experience for him, because he's like, I don't know what to expect. It's like nobody else has had it before except me. Okay. Okay. So that was for our air energies. let's go into, well, let's go into water. All right, our water signs out there. All right, so that's our Pisces, our Cancer, our Scorpios. Let's shake this up. Oops. Okay, Billy said, really resonate with that. Thanks. That looked like the rune Algiz. I missed the name of it. Can you please say what it is again? Yeah, it's it's the witch's rune for feminine. It means feminine or female. So divine feminine. Okay. All right. So let's go with water. All right, water. Ooh, water. We have the sun. All right, lovely sun energy. Let's see how that connects to our water signs. You're very welcome, Billy. Okay. 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 All right, so it's our water signs. If this may not be all of you guys, not all of our water signs out there, but for probably most of you, if you've been feeling like I don't know, you're caught out in the middle of the ocean, it's almost as if like you're on this little raft and you're in this giant expansive ocean. If that's kind of like, that's the feeling I'm getting that many of you have been feeling, like I'm starting to get some of your emotions, this kind of like, I'm all out here by myself. I'm surrounded by all these feelings and emotion. I feel I don't know what to do. I'm just on this little raft. That there is going to be this kind of, how do I want to put it? Almost like a light at the end of the tunnel, where you don't feel like you're in this large expansive ocean anymore. That you can finally see land. You can finally see grounding. It's right over there. Okay, I can do this. So, like I said, for many of you water signs, if you feel like you've kind of been drowning in the waters or kind of stuck out in the middle of the ocean, there is some more stability coming into your life this week. Things that you can, like put your hand on, be like, okay, whew, I got this. I can continue forward. So it's kind of like the lifeline is coming out for you guys to help you guys come back in, ground yourselves, and then kind of get back out there. But this is the week where it looks like that helping hand is coming in, that groundedness is coming in, that stability is coming in for you guys. Yeah. Yep. All right. This is what I'm getting with that one. Let's see. Kayla, hey. Billy said, my visual is Bambi on ice, but yeah, the raft works too. So yeah, if you've just kind of felt like, what the heck, it's just too much. It's just too much. Then know that for many of you guys this week, there is going to be that, hey, okay, stability is coming. Okay, hey, I see land. Or, somebody comes in and says, hey, do you need a hand? Yes, I do. Thank you. Actually, I kind of felt like I was drowning out here. So that little like life raft or life preserver coming out for you guys. Actually, this could be like a little shiny life preserver, actually. So, all right. Okay, water signs. So good news. I like that. Let's go into our earth signs. Crazy Bunny Lady said, oh good, that sounds promising. I know, here too. I'm like, really? Can't wait to see how that manifests. Okay, earth signs. I know some of you guys said you got a lot of earth in your chart, some of you guys out there. Okay, earth signs. All right. Ooh, we have the birds. So this is movement, transition. All right, so we got our birds energy for our earth signs. Let's dive into this one. Sumi said, Bambi on ice reminds me of Disney on ice, where people dressed in Mickey Mouse costumes skate around. Oh, Sumi, it could be like that too, actually. I would actually liken a lot of the world like that right now. Everybody's just in their little costumes, skating around. Okay, so earth signs, we have the birds. Okay, for many of our earthy babies out there, how seeing things was like an animal going into an environment that they are not familiar with, and at first becoming extremely scared and disoriented, and oh my gosh, this doesn't feel like home, I don't know what to do. But after a while realizing, oh wait, I'm not separate from nature, I'm a legit animal and I know how to adapt to the world around me. Why? Because the world around me is me. I'm not separate from the world around me. And if I can tune into that, I can help to stabilize myself and move forward in this new energy that I'm in this new kind of world or place that I'm in. So if many of you guys have been feeling that way, where things have been shifting and changing so much that it worries you that it doesn't look like the world that you once knew or the life that you once knew. And so with the ego, that becomes very crazy and like feeling and like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? But when you connect to that higher self and you realize, well, the world around me is just a part of me. It's nature, it's earth. I too am nature and earth. And so when the world shifts and changes, I shift and change too. And so I can connect to that. I can ground in that. I can adapt because I am a part of this world. It's not like I've gone to a different planet that I've never been to before. I'm literally from this planet. I am terra firma. All right, so that's the main message coming through for our earth signs. Okay, I like that one actually. Wow, thank you, guidance. I like that one. Okay. All right, lastly here we have our fire signs. That's right, fire signs. I always have you guys first, but you know what? You're going last. Okay, fire signs. Speaking of fire signs, I do have Leo as my north node. James has Leo as his rising sign. And actually, I know a few Leos in my life. My half-sister is a Leo. Loki? No, it was one of my other cats. Oh, Presley. Presley was a Leo. And actually, his birthday, if he was still alive, would be coming up in August. So I'm my little Leo. He was a little lion. And also my dad. He's a fire sign. He's an Aries. Okay. All right, fire signs. Okay. Let's see. Silver Star said, thank you, finally taking a break. It's hot out here, 104. Nothing compares to Arizona though. You know what? 104 is still hot, believe you me. Okay, so yeah, take a break, drink some water, catch some shade. All right. Okay, this is odd. Now the box doesn't want to open. What? Okay. Silver Star said, Leo is my north node too. Woo woo. Crazy Bunny Lady said my rising is Sagittarius, so listening to this too. Okay. Okay. Oh, I do have Sagittarius elsewhere in my chart, by the way. Sagittarius. Sumi said, was Presley named after Elvis? He was. Okay, before we look at the rune that's in my hand. Okay, so Presley, he passed away 8 years ago, but when he was a small kitten, the way he walked into a room with this, like, I'm the king, it was like Elvis, but he didn't look like an Elvis. He looked like a Presley though. So yeah, he was Presley and he had some major catitude. So he really let you know if he liked you or he didn't like you. He couldn't stand fake people. Like if you were like, oh, that kitten is so cute, but he knows you're being really fake, he was like, out of my face. Like one time, one of the teachers that I worked with, she used to do one of those like Mary Kay things to make extra money on the side. And so she wanted to practice. So she's like, can I come over to your apartment and practice my spiel. And I was like, sure. And when she came in, Presley came over, wanted to sniff her out and be like, who are you? And she was like, ew, I don't do cats. And I was like, okay, well, that's too bad. If you're going to be in here, you're going to have to like put up with Presley. And she was like, okay. So, but she was like, please don't let him climb on me because I'm wearing nylons and I don't want him to snag my nylons. And I was like, whatevs. So she starts doing her spiel, and I'm like, okay. And Presley was just watching her. And then she had me like go put some moisturizer or something on my face. And she's like, go wash your face before we put this moisturizer on. So I was like, okay. So I went over to the sink to go wash my face in the kitchen. And she's sitting at the table and she's like, you know what? Maybe I should just continue my spiel with your cat, since I have an audience, that way I can practice. And it's like, okay. So Presley's sitting there, like he does. And he sits with his little chest out and his little chest fur. He's very regal when he sits because he's the king. And he's like sitting there and he's staring at her. And she's talking, and he decided that she didn't really have anything that important to tell him. It was really boring to him. So he got up, he turned around and sat back down so that he put his back to her. Like he was literally like, I'm done with you now. And she was like, oh, your cat is so rude. He literally turned his back on me. I'm like, well, maybe you were boring. So that was Presley. Okay, let me see. Billy's like, talk to the paw. Oh yeah. Superstar's like, aw, cute. I love sassy cats. Oh, he was sassy. You have to earn it with cats. Mine's the same. We call her Daniel Lion from Mr. Rogers. Oh, B said, my cats just jump around and give people the butt when people do that. Nice, nice. Okay, so let's look at our fire signs then, like my little fiery Presley. Talk to the tail, especially, yeah. Presley's like, yeah, you're not worth my time right now. I'm just going to turn my back. Maybe you'll take the hint. Okay. Oh, all right. We have harvest. So this is the symbol for harvest. Okay, so let's see how that connects with our fire signs. And never ceases to amaze me. Every time I start talking about Presley, he just shows up. So my cat is here too. Hey, baby. Maybe he can help me since he's my little lion. Maybe he can help me with this rune. Aw. Thank you, baby. Okay. It was just the best way that Presley could show it to me, but all right. Okay, so Presley was showing me in my house in Spring Valley, he was buried in the backyard, and I had put a tree round, like a slice of a tree stump as his grave marker, and I had a little placard made for him, and I would always put out fresh roses from my garden onto his grave. And Presley's saying, you know how when something leaves you, whether it's a person or thing, but I think he's more trying to talk about things, not necessarily like animals or people, but he was using himself as an example. Then when something leaves, there's always something to take its place. There's always something transmuted, something new. And Presley was saying, when I left, what was the new thing that showed up? Or actually being. And I said, that was Wally. Wally showed up. Wally was born the year that you passed. And we got Wally a month after you passed away. And Presley's like, correct. So with one thing gone and sadness filling its place, that sadness then was turned to joy because of the newness that had entered. And so Presley is actually helping me channel for this particular reading for our fire signs, is that this week, although you may be very sad, and not that someone would pass away, but more like something, like a physical thing, like an item, a job, something like that, of that nature, leaves, there is of course going to be sadness because you are used to having that thing in your life. But with this harvest, I'm getting that there's something new coming in for you. Like that thing had to leave, and although that does sadden you, And maybe your ego doesn't quite understand. Your ego would like to cling to it and hold on to the thing or the money or the job or whatever it may be. It had to be let go of because there is something new coming for you guys this week. And that sadness you once felt is now replaced with the joy and elation with the new thing that you didn't even know existed, but you wouldn't have known it existed had that other thing not left. And Presley was like, I'll ask you this. When, you know, if you, wow, my gosh, this is a deep one, you guys. Urgh. Okay. Presley was like, if you were like big, huge earthly magician and you could prevent me from passing away, would you have done so knowing for a fact you would have never known Wally? And I'm saying I don't know how to answer that. And I said I would want to know both of you. And Presley's like, but it can't be. Sometimes things can't be that way. Presley's like, so you got all the time you could with me, you got all these memories, you got all this stuff that you learned, you actually got, you know, the rainbow bridge spread that you use when you help people connect with their animals. You got so much from me, but then you also got so much from Wally too. And it was just the next thing. You got to learn love in a different way. Okay, thank you. All right, so I know that was kind of like a big message, and it was like using my old cat, and some of that message is for me too. But hopefully you guys understand that as it pertains to your own life as well, that many of you fire signs are going to be, you know, releasing something this week, but don't fret because that sorrow or sadness in the thing that has left you is going to be replaced with something new and something awesome that is beneficial for you. All right, let's see. The cat version of kiss my tail. Billy said, as one door closes, another one opens. Exactly. Sumi's like, let it out, no judgments here. Yeah, so yeah, thank you. It's just, you know, I miss my boy. I don't care how many years pass, I will forever miss my boy. But, you know, I mean, I'm grateful that I can see his spirit at any time. You know, that's wonderful too. But, you know, sometimes I'll miss my physical little furry boy. And it said, thank you for the wisdom, Presley. And me. Let's see, Crazy Bunny Lady said, oh my goodness, this hits home. When my first bunny died, I got another one 2 months later, who has now been with me for 4 years. Wow. Billy said, squishy hugs. And Silver Star said, beautiful message. So, see, Presley knows how to dole out the messages. Like, he was really good, and he was such a good listener. Like, if you were really having a hard time, or you just needed to bounce something off someone, I'd be like, Presley, you know, and I'm pretty sure his spirit was something so much more than what we could see there, you know. So he would come into the room and he would sit there and he'd wait and be like, sure, what do you want to talk about, you know? And you would talk to him and you could see him there thinking, you know, and then, you know, he'd look at you and you try to like figure out what advice he was trying to give you, you know. He was so cool. And his favorite thing was to listen to my opera singing. And as I got better at my opera singing, which means I got louder, and he had such huge ears. Like, he was a seal point Siamese, so he has these huge ears. He would observe me from farther and farther away. Like, he's like, I'm still listening to you. It's just that you're really loud and I have really big ears, but I'm still watching you. I'm over here. You're doing really good. Like, he loved the opera. Sumi was wondering how long rabbits live. Oh, you know, that I don't know. I would like to know that too. Okay, let's go into the special question, you guys. So, the special question, this one was pretty close. So I actually had to look up the number of votes for each of the 4 questions that was on, that I placed on the YouTube channel this past Thursday. And I also had to count up the ones from Patreon and from YouTube membership. So, because it was that close. So here's the question, and it had to come down to actually counting the votes all individually. So, let's see. Billy said, have you seen? Oh, Hobby Cat's channel. Yes, I have. Those guys have some ginormous ears. They're so cute. Crazy Bunny Lee says, I've actually been meaning to book a Rainbow Bridge reading with you to connect with that first bunny I had loved, but haven't gotten around to it yet. Hey, you know, whenever you're ready, that Rainbow Bridge reading that I do is like, I love doing all of my readings, obviously. You know, I love helping people, but that Rainbow Bridge one just has just a little bit more special place in my heart because I created that spread while connecting to my cat's spirit. A week after he passed. So it means a lot to me, and I know that if it helped me so much, I know that it helps others, and others have said it has helped. So yeah, it's just one that's just a little bit more. It says rabbits can live up to 10 years, some even a couple years longer than that. Wow. Yeah, Sumi, wow is right. Holy cromoly. Billy said they're like Dobie, but also remind me of Gremlins ear-wise. Sumi's like a decade. That's crazy. Annette says, I looked it up and rabbits live between 8 to 12 years. Wow. That's amazeballs. That is super cool. You know, my cousin had a bunny as well. Like, she would let him hop around the apartment. Okay, so here's the special question. What am I procrastinating on and why? So that was the winning one, but not by much. That won by one vote. That was one vote. Okay, so yeah, if it wasn't for that last vote, that one, there would have been a three-way tie actually. Okay, so what are we procrastinating on and why? All right, well, let's bust out the Ocean Dreams, a mystic oracle, and let's find out. And you notice that I have some very watery decks with me this week. I don't know. I've just been feeling very watery. Okay, so let's take a look at this special question that you guys voted on. What am I procrastinating on and why? Silver Star is like, know a gal who has a 16-year-old bunny. You know what? I love when there's like these like animals and stuff that like break what we think is possible in terms of like longevity. You know, like I think there's like cats out there, like there's some that have got the world record, like they're 30 or is the oldest cat still 40 years old, or is there one that has lived longer? But I think there was a cat that was 40 years old before it passed. So interesting. Oh, Silver Star said he's an Aries. Ah! And Crazy Bunny's like 16 years old. Wow. You know, I would always tell Wally and Loki, I was like, you guys are going to be like, you guys are going to win the world record, right? You guys are going to be like 60, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure. Sumi's like 16, teenage bunny about to ask for a new car. Uh-oh. Can you imagine bunnies getting their licenses all hopped up on bunny carrots? Hopped up. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at this question. What are we procrastinating on and why? Okay, okie dokies. Looks like we got our card, and it is Beyond the Veil. All right, Beyond the Veil. Let's see how this connects with what we're procrastinating on. And oh, all right. Dude, this stuff comes in fast. All right, you guys. All right. Let's put this out there. I know you guys have, and it's hard to like generalize because we all have so much, we're all so different and we come from different places. Many of us speak different languages. And so it doesn't matter what the differences are that are going on in our lives. The thing is, many of us have been feeling like, you know, those that have small businesses, you know, me included, where we have items that we want to list in the shop, but we just haven't listed them yet. And we think, oh man, why are we being so lazy with that? Or other people there's something that's been on their to-do list. They know they got to do it, but they're like, oh man, why have I been procrastinating on getting that one thing done or making that phone call? Or why does it feel like I'm truly dragging my feet into work now? You know, I'm always 5 minutes late now. And so the feeling is the same. So what the thing is that we've been procrastinating on, yes, can be different, but the feeling is the same. And the reason being is that with all this shifts in energy and all the things that we've been shifting through too, because remember that we are a part of the world around us, we are a part of the earth. So if the earth is shifting and changing, of course that's going to affect us as well, because we are her children. You know, we're a part of earth. So there's a reason for that procrastination, and it could be, for some people, it's just something they got to let go of. Like, the reason you've been procrastinating is because you don't actually resonate with that thing anymore. You don't connect with that thing anymore. So it's something that you might want to think about letting go of. For other people, it's a change in perspective and kind of how they feel they can operate in the world, or how they can give back to the world. And they might actually feel, you know what? The reason I feel like I'm dragging my feet into this job is just because it's not me anymore. At one time it was, and I'm grateful for that, but it's just not me now. And so maybe this might prompt you to do a little bit of job searching. But yeah, this is definitely also a pause to get us to do as much healing, inner work, connecting with our fellow humans, plants, animals, crystals, everything this planet has to offer, water, land, everything, and try to connect to it as best as possible while you're in this quote unquote procrastination mode, which is really just a hermit mode. It's that, it's something that popped into my head that Sumi had written, it was either like 1 or 2 live chats ago, when we were talking about things germinating, and she was saying that before a plant can be the big, beautiful, lush plant that we see, it's often a seed in darkness. And so that's kind of where we are right now. We're in this darkness, but we're being nourished by the energy around us. We're being nourished by our self-care practices. We're being nourished by the healing that we're doing with ourselves. And so although it may feel like we're not doing anything, you know, we're procrastinating, really there's a lot going on beneath the surface, so that when you feel ready, and you'll know when you're ready, you're going to start making those changes and deciding, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. There was a reason I was dragging my feet on that. Or, you know what, I'm going to start doing things differently. I want to do things this way instead. So this is a way to start recalibrating your life to something more in alignment of where you are now. Because this is something that came up last night when I was doing a reading with James, is that many of us are now out of alignment with the new energy, kind of where Earth is right now. We're in alignment with something that was, but if everything has shifted and we've kept ourselves in kind of that old alignment, it's going to feel like we just don't fit in the world right now. It feels like things just aren't working for many people, and it's just because the alignment's off. So like I'm seeing a car with its, like, you know, tires pointed this way, but the steering wheel is like this way, you know, and of course the car's not going to respond properly. Of course the human vehicle is not going to respond properly. The alignment's off. And so this is a call to kind of resituate ourselves. Again, no rush. We're in that Jaguar energy this week. We have that beautiful card that we pulled at the beginning of that tree in the Royal Botanical Gardens in the UK. This is just a time to really focus on you, your energy, what's best for you, where are you now, who are you now, how you've changed, how you've shifted. And then you'll notice that when you realign yourself, it's all of a sudden, you don't feel that procrastination. You don't feel like you're dragging your feet anymore. It's like you're that renewed vigor of, I'm so excited to do this again. Or I'm excited to be doing this now. So when you start to feel that joy, you know that you've gotten yourself back on, I don't want to say the right path, because you were never off the path. It just took a little detour, that's all. Okay, all right, so beyond the veil. All right. Let's see. Whoa, missed some of your guys' comments here. Billy said, talking of bunnies, have you seen that Blue Angel are doing a new inner child deck coming out later in the year? It's called Guidance and Renewal with Benny the Bunny. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cute. I would love to see some more of that deck. It looks pretty. Billy said, procrastination can be a trauma response. It can as well. Yes, of course. And Billy said it was on the email newsletter today. Interesting. He's a blue cartoon style illustration. And Billy's saying resonates with that. Sumi's like, that's the Volkswagen but a rabbit. And Billy's like, circle the wagons and regroup. And Ari was asking if I do speak Spanish. I do. I would say that I understand it much better than I can speak. Like when I speak, it's horrible. Like if I was immersed again in Spanish, I would do a lot better, but more like I understand what everybody's saying, but I can only respond in like Spanglish. Okay, so let's go into the viewers poll. All right, so you guys get to vote on the next question I pull a card from, and that is going to be from the Sea Melodies affirmation deck. So here are the two questions. If you like question number 1, go ahead and vote with a red heart emoji, or if you're not near your cell phone or anything, just type the words red heart. If you like the second question, vote with a green heart emoji or type the words green heart. Cat's like, GPG recalculating. Abercat, hey, hey. All right, so here we go. Question number 1, what area of my life do I remain asleep and why? What area of my life do I remain asleep and why? So if you like that question, vote with a red heart emoji or type the words red heart. Question 2, what negativity is attached to me and why? What negativity is attached to me and why? And if you like that one, vote with a green heart emoji or type the words green heart. Okay, and the reason I came up with that question is people have been talking about having negative attachments, you know, and it's usually because there's something within us that hasn't been healed in that particular area. So something is being attracted to something that is in the same vibration as them. So we want to find out kind of what that is so that we can heal it. All right, so you guys go ahead and make your votes. I will be over here getting the deck ready. Do 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 do. All right. So it looks like we have some green hearts coming. Kat said, "Hey, I'm late. I'll have to watch the replay." All right, Billy has number 2, what negativity is attached to me and why? So that's with the green heart. And the first one was, what area of my life do I remain asleep and why? What area of my life do I remain asleep and why? And that's with the red heart. Okay. All right, Liesel coming in with another green heart. Michelle has got a red heart. All right, so let me see, I'm gonna count these. Ari has some yellow hearts. All right, so Annette has a green one. Sumi's got a green one. Crazy Bunny Lady's got a greenie. Liesel's got a greenie, so that's 4. Michelle's got a red heart. Focus and Flow's got a greenie. All right, so far 5-1, 5 greens to 1, 1 red. All right, so Billy has posted the question, what area of my life do I remain asleep and why? With the red heart. All right. Billy's vote is with the red heart, so we got 5-2. Ari's got 6, okay. So we got 6 here to 2, 6-2. Keep it going, you guys. I'll get these little cards ready. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, little mermaid cards. Oh yeah, Ari's like extend the amarillo. And Silver Star coming in with the red heart. Billy said, in the UK, if you say someone has a greenie, you're saying they have a snot on them. Oh, well, maybe not a greenie then. Okay, so I believe it was the green hearts that won. So the green battalion. of light workers. All right. All right. To all the green folk out there, I'll say, maybe not greenies, I'll say green folk. Billy's like hashtag nice. All right. So here we go. For the green folk, what negativity is attached and why? And we want to know why, because we want to know how to heal that area so that the thing can just take a little hike and get off of us. Billy said green by a long way. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. There's our card. Let me readjust my legs here. Oh, hold on just a second. Okay. All right, we have rescue. Whoa, there we go. And it says, help others in need or ask for assistance when you need. So help others in need or ask for assistance when you need. Focus and Flow said, choked on my water hearing Tara say snot. Okay, so let's take a look here how this connects to, actually connects to negativity connected to us. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my other leg up. I'm all squished up. Hey, hey. Okay. All right, so here's the message that I'm getting with what negativity is attached to us and why. One of our very human characteristics is compassion, is wanting to help our fellow human. That's just something that's ingrained in us. It doesn't matter what language we speak or what area of the world we were born in. We want to help, and many of us try in different ways to help. But also, there is a way for that help to become a negative. And when it becomes a negative is when we are trying to save those who don't wish to be saved. Oh my gosh, there's a song coming in my head. Forgive me for the title of the song. It's just, somebody showed me that song once and I was like, what the heck am I watching? And it was called Captain Save-A-Ho. And that's what popped into my head, so I was just gonna say it. But I don't know, it's a really crude title, but really what I'm getting with the message is there's many of us who, like, we see somebody that we love, be it our mothers, our fathers, brothers, sisters, best friend, whatever. And you see whatever it is that they're doing is self-destructive, or it's hurting them in a particular way, or you can see things because you're the outside perspective, right? And we know that when we're really in something, it's hard for us to see things. So it's the people around us are better able to see those things. But when the ego gets in the way, we may not listen to the people that care most about us. So there's many of us with our very kind hearts, our compassion, our need to want to help our fellow person, where there are certain people in our lives that are keeping us in a low vibration because they actually don't want help. They actually don't want to change. They're not ready yet. And you can't make somebody change before they're ready. You can't force them to get that help. That takes away their free will. And as much as it may hurt you and it may pain you to see them making that choice, you have to realize that that is their choice. And you have to respect it at this time, just like you would want them to respect your choice, your choices in your life as well. Maybe they'll be ready later on. Maybe they'll ask for your assistance later on. Maybe they'll ask somebody else for assistance. But in the end, you have to let them make the choice. So the negativity that is courting in is almost like, I would say, like a little negative attachment that makes us want to save those that don't want to be saving. So it's almost like we're forcing ourselves onto somebody who really doesn't want to be saved. Not at this time, I should say. It's not that they won't ever want help. It's just right now they don't want help. And so we may act in a vibration that's a lot less love and light, because now we're doing it because we think, oh, well, they should listen to me. I know what's best for their life. Maybe you do, but you're not in charge of their life. Let them make their own choices. And so when we start to force our ideas, our opinions, what we think is best for them, when we start forcing that on people, now we're trying to take away somebody's free will. That's when it becomes negative. That's when it becomes dark. That's some demon stuff right there. That's when stuff's courting in, acting through us. We think we're doing a good thing, but really we're doing a lot more harm than good. And so that could be something that we may want to look at within ourselves, and something that we need to work on is that, you know, as much as we'd love to help people, we can only help those that want to be helped. And it's not that we want to ignore or brush off the people that aren't ready at this time. Of course, show them love and compassion. Of course, be there, you know, maybe when they need it, but not to keep yourself at their unready level just because you feel bad that they're at that unready level. Oh, okay. Woo. Woo. All right, you guys. Wow. Wow, oh my gosh. Okay. Billy's like, don't read that out. I'm lowering the tone, aren't I? No. Oh my goodness. Crazy Bunny Lady said, OMG, yes, this message 100%. I know exactly who this person is in my life, calling me out here. Billy said the 4 agreements: be impeccable with your word. Don't assume, ask. We may think we know all about it, but maybe there is more going on than they are able to communicate right now. And Sumi said, people ask for handouts instead of putting in the work to earn what they want. It's easier to ask than to do the work. And Focus and Flow said, feeling this as a parent of teenagers. And Silver Star, don't forget to smash the like loves. Oh, thank you, thank you. So yeah, hey, if you want. Okay, so let's look at what else we got here. All right, you guys, we're on to our healing. So, well, maybe that's something that you guys want to focus on for the healing is, you know, knowing that, yes, of course, we want the best for everybody, you know, that we love around us. We have compassion. We have love for our fellow human being. We have love for our fellow animals and plants, and we want to do all we can to help. But yeah, you know, there's really nothing you can do when somebody vehemently refuses and they just aren't ready. But you know, they'll be ever grateful when they are ready. You know, and you're there with the helping hand saying, hey, I got you. But it can't be beforehand. Artie said, wow, wasn't expected, but it's what I needed. I'm glad it connected to you too. All right, so, well, let's get ready for that healing. I have my drum here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, Silver Star, it's 12:33. 1, 2, 3, 3. All right, yeah, actually on the clock there it said 11:33. And I was speaking about the 3s earlier, so hey. All right, so we got the little drum here, and actually it's got a deeper tone right now because of the moisture level in the apartment. But if I went outside, this thing would dry out. So I like the nice low tone that it's got going on. Okay, so we have the drum. For this, it only lasts a few minutes, so a few minutes of your time, but this is time for you. So take as much as you want, and we're going to focus on the messages that we heard today. Which of them connected with you? Maybe all of them connected, maybe only 1 or 2 things. And think about, what do you want to bring in this week? What do you want to release this week? Just as Presley was saying, you know, with everything that transitions out of our life, something new transitions in that is much more what we need at that particular time. Okay, and also maybe some of the, you know, what we heard from the viewers poll and all of that. All right, so go ahead and find yourselves a nice comfortable spot. So you could be sitting down, you could be on the couch, maybe you're laying down. The only thing I ask is that you try to make your spine as straight as possible. I kind of see it as like the tree of life. And as we bring up that grounding energy and we bring down that source energy, I like that it flows through our spinal cord. Focus and flow. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And hey, at the end of the chat, if you would like me to pull a card for you, focus and flow, I'd be more than happy. Okay. So here we go. I'm just going to walk you through a little guided meditation, and then I'm going to bring out my drum so that you guys can continue the meditation on your own just for a little bit, not too long. This is very quick. Get you guys just get nice and relaxed. Like I said, try to keep your spine as straight as you can. Bring your awareness inwards. Just start letting go. Let these shoulders drop away from the ears. Start to feel that malleability in your neck. If you feel called to, go ahead and close your eyes. The arms, let them just dangle. Let them rest. Your hands, your fingers. Start to feel that relaxation throughout the torso, moving down into the hips, those hips that do so much for us all day long. Let them just relax. Let that pelvis relax. Relaxing the legs, those thighs that help to hold up our bodies in conjunction with those tiny little muscles, the gastrocnemius, aka your calf muscles. Small muscles, but they do a big job. Let them just relax. Relaxing the ankles, the feet, the toes. Don't need to be anywhere else but here. You're in the right place, right here, right now. And let's draw our awareness to our breath. Just feeling the rise and fall of your chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some nice deep breaths. Okay, we're going to breathe in not only into our chest, but let's breathe into the diaphragm, into our stomach. Let's fill up our body with that life-giving air. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe it all in. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, and exhale. Let it all go. Let it all go. Let that belly button hit the spine. Full release. And as you continue breathing in, let that life force energy nourish you. And as you exhale, show gratitude for the life that came into the body, but now it must be released. It must be transmuted to all the things that rely on your exhale, just as you rely on their exhale. And breathe in this life and death cycle. Death to you, but life to something else. Death to them, but life to you. An exchange of breath. How beautiful and cyclical. Continue breathing in. And on your next inhale, think about something that you heard today that you'd really like to work on, that you'd like to bring in. And as you breathe in, feel it, see it. What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? What does it look like? If it had a taste, what would it taste like? And exhale. And continue that focus every time you breathe in. But now, as you exhale, what is something in your life this week that you would like to release? Is it a belief, a way of doing things? Is it a tangible thing? It's all up to you. This is your choice, your free will. You have full control here of your inhales, your intentions, your exhales, and your releases. And as you continue doing so, I ask that you ground and connect in a way that is beneficial to you. I only ask that in your visualization, you visualize that Mama Gaia energy, that Koyopa energy spiraling up through your body, up into source, and allowing that source energy to spiral down through your human form, down into Mama Gaia. You being that conduit between two worlds. You are the dualistic magician. You are both earth and sky. You're both eternal and finite all at once. And let those energies swirl within your body. All right, you guys, go ahead and start bringing your awareness back into your body. You can start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Start moving around. If you want to open up your eyes, go ahead and open them up. Maybe have a stretch if you need to. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little healing sesh there. Maybe you guys were able to more clearly focus on your intentions and the things that you guys were releasing. All right, so let's go into the supers. So focus and flow. Thank you for the lovely donation. So if anybody else would like to do super chat, super stickers, I'd be more than happy to pull a card for you guys. I have Tarot of the Moon Garden. And then afterwards, we'll close with the circle and we'll do our gratitude and thanks. And all right, so here we go. Focus and flow. Let me know if you had a particular question in mind, if you'd like me to just pull a card and see kind of what comes through. Be more than happy to do so. And by the way, this gorgeous deck was actually gifted to me from Susie Gemini. She had this deck and it was hers and she passed it on to me, and it was one that I have wanted for quite some time. So I definitely enjoy this deck. All right, and also, let me just situate myself here. Okay, so again, yeah, let me know, you guys, if anybody else would like the super chat, super stickers, pull a card for you guys before we close up. And Focus and Flow said, yay, that is my fave of my old decks, no specific question. All right, so let me just tap into your energy real quick. And let's get a message that you need right now. Focus and flow. Okay, Focus and Flow, I'm laughing because a song popped into my head as I was pulling your card. I don't know how much you like NSYNC, but an NSYNC song popped into my head. Okay, let me rewind the lyrics real quick. It's tearing me apart when I'm not with you, and when we are apart, I feel it too. No matter what I do, I feel the pain, with or without you. Hey, hey. Okay, so yeah, Justin Timberlake can sing it better than I can, but I don't know, probably a message within the lyrics somewhere, or maybe just NSYNC itself is a message. But okay, let's take a look at your card. I just thought that was funny. I was like, it's tearing up my heart, nothing to do, and when we are apart, I feel it too. Okay, now I'm gonna have to listen to that song later. All right, anywho. Silver Star said, that was so lovely, thank you. Imagine all the energy dispersed as you did that drumming and clearing. Thank you, very welcome. Focus and Flow is like, ooh, a concert too. All right, so we got Judgment. And how awesome is this Judgment card? It's everybody's waking up, parties getting started, playing the music. We already got the horns here, birds leading the way. All right, so let's see what this means for you. Okay, this is more of a feeling that's going through me, but I'm pretty sure it's coming from you. It's this feeling of almost feeling guilty sometimes when you feel really good. Like you, lately, I'm not saying that like this the past few years, I'm saying lately as in the past week. Where you're feeling really good with certain things, but also feeling kind of guilty at the same time, because you know not everybody's in that full alignment. I feel really good with myself mode. But with this Judgment card and listening to that NSYNC song that will not stop in my brain now, that your party is getting started. Like, it's fine. You are exactly where you need to be right now. And if you feel joy in doing what you're doing, that's a sign that you are absolutely where you need to be. So don't feel bad if not everybody is where you are right now. Everybody's got their own journey. Not everybody is going to be at the same pace you are, because everybody's on a different road. So it's okay, and not to feel guilty because you're reveling in some awesome things that are happening for you. Some synchronicities are showing up. Some kindness is showing its way uh, to you, towards you. You know, people, you know, maybe like randomly finding like a dollar bill on the ground, like that's pretty cool, and feeling like, wow, everything's really magical right now, feeling really good about yourself, and almost wanting to like rock out to your own tune that you got going on in your head. But also at the same time, like I said, feeling a little guilty, like, well, you know, I see things on television, and, you know, I know not everybody's having as great a time right now as I am. And of course, yeah, have compassion, push out as much healing as you can, but that shouldn't diminish all the wonderful things that are going on in your life right now. You know, focus on your life too, and not to downplay the things that are going on in your life, or all the wonderful, like, little surprises, people doing nice things, finding money on the ground, little synchronicities that happen. Not to downplay them just to make what you think would make other people feel more comfortable. So don't stop shining your light. You actually are that beacon. When people see you, they see you just really on your path, just like doing your thing and being joyful doing that, and gives them hope too, that, you know, okay, so when I look like that, that's how I know that I'm on my path. Okay, so that they know to start feeling, going within and feeling out their next course of action as well. So like I said, don't dim your light for others. Continue to do your thing, because whether you know it or not, people are looking at you, and they are learning something from that. So lead by example, and rock out to NSYNC too if you want. Wow, that is so cool. Let's see. Let me go back here. And Billy said, thank you, Tara. That really helped. My meds aren't letting me cry, and I have stuck energy that needed out during the drumming when I leaked. That stopped. Then the other one leaked. Cool. All right. Good, good. All right, Sumi. Okay, so Sumi, thank you. Thank you. We're going to be looking into D'Angelo. And Silver Star said, that was lovely. Thank you. Imagined all the energy dispersed. Concert and, oh, wow. Sorry. It's like, I don't know. My feed just did something really weird, like your messages just moved out of order. That's so weird, like messages already read. Sumi, thank you. It says, Kitty and the Lions, thank you for all the help you've contributed over the past 2 weeks. Any reply is welcomed. Crazy Bunny Lady, thank you so much for all this. I'll have to start winding down for the night now. I'll catch you again next time. Have a wonderful evening. Lisa said, have a fantastic week, everyone. It's been a pleasure spending time with you guys. Love you all. And Sumi said, will Tushar be my next date? I plan to see him after New Year's, 5 to 6 months from now. He's really a cool dude. Hey, heck yeah, let's take a look into that. Focus and Flow said, amazing, thanks. You're very, very welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look into D'Angelo. All right, so D'Angelo. Let's actually connect with that energy. I just gotta keep readjusting here. Okay, so Sumi, I just wanted to connect first before I pulled a card, and so I could see just the energy of D'Angelo, and it kind of looked like he was like knocking on a door, like he's like trying to say hello, like knock, 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 hello, hello, I'm out here, hello, hello. Okay, so let's see what he has to say. He's knocking on the door or the walls, trying to say hello. Oh, Strength card. Well, that's interesting. Hey, like the lion there. Okay, let's see what D'Angelo has to say about this. right, Sumi, just interesting. I don't see like him hanging around you, but more like just kind of wanted to pop his head in, kind of like knock, 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 like hello, hello, just to kind of praise you for the things that you have been doing, the work that you have been doing, you know, on yourself and the world around you. Um, and just wanted to mention that there is a little change, a little shift that he saw. In terms of what I would say is like your solar plexus, your power energy, kind of that a solar energy that I usually feel within a strength card. That's like you're coming into another layer of yourself. And D'Angelo just wanted to say, like, congratulate you, and that you know, showing love, like what you're doing is amazing, and just kind of just wanted to say that, just like a little short thing, but just, you know, was just kind of like knocking on the door, like, hello, hey, still here. Just wanted to say, hey, you know, you're doing well, you know, keep it up. You know, this path that you're on right now, the things that you've been trying to learn and understand, you know, even more so it appears lately, and kind of that power energy you found within yourself, like your real power within you, you know, that is connected to your boundaries and who you will and will not allow in your sphere, and how much you will or will not allow people of the past to continue to hurt you from the past. You know, that you're kind of transcending above that, and so it's just like a, yeah, I just keep seeing like the thumbs up, like the good job is really not really anything else, not much of a like an external message other than just giving the nod of approval. Not that you need approval, but yeah, really happy energy there. Doing some good stuff. All right. um, let's see. Silverstar says, have a beautiful day. Have a great day, Silverstar. All of you guys. Sumi said, strength, lions. I know, right? Okay, so let's go back to, well, actually the lions, Kitty, the black cat, and lions. Thank you for all the help you contributed over the past 2 weeks. Any reply? So any reply from Kitty and the lions. And it looks like they came in with D'Angelo, so they are already here. So let's go ahead and pull a card for them. Let me just get a mega shuffle going on. Okay. Ooh, 4 staffs. So this is the 4 of wands. First thing I thought was party. Okay. Okay, so Kitty's there, just like I see him nowadays. So Kitty joined the lions now, but the lions were popped in first. Okay. So sorry, they were like talking over each other. Okay, so what I was hearing from them is they were saying that all this forward movement that you've been feeling as of late, you know, as of things just seem a little bit more clear, a lot more effortless. Plus, there's a lot of new stuff that you're not quite used to feeling or seeing, you know, of course, coming in as well. But that your foundation is a lot more stable. And our foundation is when we truly know who we are, our boundaries, our healing, all of that. And so since that has been much more stable, how you're interacting with the world and the things that you're doing just seems to be a lot more in flow. And the people that you're helping just seems a lot more in flow. And the feelings that you get from that, you know, feeling gratitude, feeling filled up with joy, with love, that you know that you're just doing a good thing, you're doing the right things. And so Kitty and the lions, yes, they're all going like this. That it's because of this stability that because they're saying yes, they are helping you and they are trying to help you, but it's really you that's created this wonderful, stable foundation in yourself lately. That you've been able to do all the things that you're doing. And they said, basically, they said, we're just kind of like back here if you need our assistance. And a lot of the stuff that you're doing is you, and you should give yourself credit for that. So Kitty's like, I'm here. Of course, I'm always here for you, but don't forget to give yourself credit for all of the beautiful things that have been happening and all of those people that you've been helping. So they're congratulating you, but they're also saying, yeah, we helped, you're welcome, but we're always here anyway, just in case. Wow, a lot of praise going on. Okay, so let's see here. All right, let's go into, was it Tushar? Okay, will Tushar be the next date? So you plan on seeing him after New Year's, which is a little bit from now, and that he's a really cool dude. All right, so let's take a look-ski. I like that. Okay. All right. Dude, whenever your spirit guides are here, lions, kitty, they make it so hot. It's like they put out a lot of energy, man. Okay. Let's look here. Let's take a look into Tushar. Okay, we have our card, but I just want to tap in a little bit real quick. So I see you. Sorry. Okay, so before I even look at the card, I was trying to lock into that energy, and it was like I was seeing a few different things play out, since there really isn't one timeline for everything. So one of those was you kind of like, hey, you want to hang out, basically asking him out on a date. And kind of almost like the surprise, like, oh, like me? Like, sure, yeah, I'd love to, that might be nice. Like, let's go out for a coffee, or let's go out for drinks or something. But kind of like a welcomed, like, yeah, that would be nice. The other little thing, though, is that along the way, you have your free will, so you can decide what you want to do, but there will be at least one other person trying to get your attention, asking you out on a date. Not around the same time. Before then, I'm kind of getting around November-ish, like late November, early December. And you can decide, if you want to go on a date with this person, how you feel about this person. Maybe you don't want anything to do with this person, but it's really kind of up to you. But I just wanted to point that out, that I saw that first, that there's just another interested party, I should say, before that New Year's hits 2023. Yeah, but just definitely, if you're the one to ask, I kind of see this person as being a little, not really shy, but maybe shy when it comes to asking people out on dates. I don't know. Tashara is just like, wouldn't mind going on a date with you, but just maybe waiting for you to ask. Okay, let's take a look at the card then. Ooh, we got the Devil card. Sumi's like, I just noticed that the circle behind you resembles a halo. Whoa. This is the tapestry behind you when you're sitting still. Oh my gosh. It says November is my birth month. I sometimes get asked out for birthday lunch. Nothing romantic, more like happy birthday lunch. Interesting. Well, you know, you never know. There might be some extra intentions there in November on just taking you out for your birthday. Maybe it's a little extra, but you know, you decide if it's anything more than that. Okay, so what I was getting here with the Devil card, not in the traditional sense that we think of like the devil, but more like two options, is kind of what I was getting. Like over here, you got Tashar. He's available, nice dude. Wouldn't mind asking him out. And then it's like over here, well, you know, there's somebody else that's kind of like popped their head up and was like, hey, trying to get my attention. And I don't know, he's okay. Don't know him as well as I know this guy, but so it's more like you being, I don't know, like, should I just date both of them and get to know both of them? Just, you know, nothing serious right now. I'm just like kind of just going out on random dates. Or would I really like something more from either one of these people? So I kind of see that as you get closer to the New Year's. Like you got person who maybe just took you out for your birthday in November, but maybe has been asking to hang out a little bit more. Whereas, like you said, Tashar is like a really cool dude. You know him, but maybe you just don't know this other person that well, at least at this point. Maybe you will then. But yeah, it actually becomes more of a decision of, do I date both? Or do I decide that like I'm just gonna like tell one of them no thank you, and then tell the other one, hey, you know, you want to go out for drinks? So I'm getting two. But yeah, definitely if you are the one to ask, and I feel it like it has to be you. Otherwise you might wait a while for Tashar to do the asking. But yeah, if you do the asking, hey, would you like to hang out? You know, and maybe just in a casual way first, as in like go get drinks or go to have dinner or something like that. That yeah, you would be into it. Like, sure, yeah, you know, Sumi's cool. Let's do it. So yeah, I am getting a positive response that, you know, you will have the chance, the opportunity to go out with Tashar, but also just know that there's going to be just another option for you as well. So just so you know. Okay, so thank you. And if there is anyone else that would like me to pull a card, I'd be more than happy to do so through the super chats or super stickers. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and close up the circle. Sumi says, I asked Tashar already. He politely said later because he's working right now. He is on tour, but will be available after New Year's. Well, I was still getting the like, yes, like that will be okay. So that's probably why then it's like, oh, Sumi's cool. So, yeah, I am getting that, you know, that he's going to be available. So yeah, ask again and be like, you know, hey, you know, Happy New Year. How's the New Year treating you? Like, wondering if you'd like to go have dinner or if you'd like to go out to lunch or something like that. And then, yeah, so I am getting Tashar would be open to it. He is open to it, but in all sincerity, yes, he is busy at this time. So that's not like a blowing you off or anything. He would genuinely like to hang out with you. So, hey, Sumi, you're going to have to let me know how that goes. I'm just saying. All right, Kayla. Oh, Kayla, thank you. Sumi's like, so Kayla, do you have a particular question in mind? Would you like me to pull a general card? Let me know. I have some water here, but I don't know if I should drink that water. That was out in the sun. Okay. And then while while Kayla is thinking of the question, like I said, let's go ahead and we'll close up the circle. We'll still do some cards and all, but and then after that, oh, okay, Kayla said no specific question. All right. Let me just lock onto your energy real quick. Okay. You know, Kayla, when I lock into your energy, it looks like those indoor plants, the kinds with the big green. Oh, I don't even know what they're called, but they're kind of viney. Like people have them in pots, and like they grow really long vines, and they have like really big leaves like this. They're big and green, and I know that you can clip off one of the leaves and put it in water, and it'll like grow all over again. It'll grow some roots, so it's like a plant that just grows wherever. Like you just can't kill that plant. Like so that's what I feel when I tap into your energy. It's like those cool house plants, and they're so beautiful. I love their long vines, big green leaves. I wish I had another one here. I had a few in San Diego. Okay, we have our card, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, the message that's coming through, Kayla, is since everything has been so different and unique, and you may notice people acting differently, more different than normal. Just things feel different. Just the world feels different, you know, I think is like the blanket statement that we can say. And the message with the Hierophant is to remain open even to the things that you think are impossible. You know, when it comes to our planet, we think of physics and, you know, the sciences, and, you know, and that we've decided that, you know, certain things are a certain way here on planet Earth because our science thus far, you know, science is always changing, of course, but science thus far has said so, or physics say so. And so anything outside of those things is deemed impossible. But to remember that basically we're on a very energetic plane, and that there's so many other planes that we exist within, you know, other dimensions. And so when you hear about something, or maybe you even witness it yourself, and to the logical mind says, whoa, that was impossible, so therefore what I saw has to be explained a different way, or what that person is saying is just crazy because that's not how physics works on this planet. But you don't know the physics of the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension and the sixth and seventh and so on and so forth. So just to be open to things that you think are impossible, like just no way, no how, no way, Jose, it's not going to happen. And if you can do that, you'll start to notice how much more magical your world can be, how much more, I would say, how much more control you seem to have. Not really control, that's not the right word. Your ability to manifest and manipulate and create. Like, you can do it much more easily with a much more open mind. So before your ego wants to shut down a particular idea or something you saw or experienced with, oh, well, that can probably be explained somehow. I don't know. That's not possible. So maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Maybe my feeling sensations were playing tricks on me because that's not possible. But if for just a little bit you can keep the mind open and be like, you know what? What if that was possible? And if that's possible, then what else is possible? And it's like it becomes this kind of spider web effect. Or even when you see lightning touching the ground, and it touches in all different places. And as you expand that awareness, so many more things become possible for you, which to the outside observer is like, how is Kayla even doing that? Because that's impossible. Oh, well, it's because Kayla knows that nothing is impossible, and that's why she's succeeding the way she is. So much ahead for you, so many goodies, but it's going to take this little while right now of just re-understanding this world. And I know that on a conscious level, you know that there's more to this world than, as the Transformers say, there's more than meets the eye. But there really is. And it's just trying to get I won't say the ego on board, but just like get it to be quiet long enough for it to experience what it thought was impossible. All right. Okay. Thank you, Kayla. Let's see here. Sumi's like, solid card. Good way to start the week. Kayla's like, wow. So yeah, dude, that's an amazing message. I like that. Very cool. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and close things up. Thank you to everybody who allowed me to pull some cards here at the end. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat today. Kayla, you're very welcome. Thank you, Sumi. Thank you, everybody. Was it Flo, Tarot? Wait, no, it was something in Flow. Oh, I forgot the name. Focus and Flow. There we go. I was like, no, it was Flow. Focus and Flow. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So I already put out our little candle here, but let's go ahead and grab our little magic wand again. Again, our little desert cauldron wand, if you are interested, is still in the shop. And let's just thank our elemental friends for coming out here, hanging out with us, and helping us with our circle casting. So thank you, elementals of the north, for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the west, for helping us out today. Thank you, elementals of the south, for helping us out today. And thank you, elementals of the east, for helping us out today. The circle is closed. The circle still remains as above, so below, as within, so without. Merry meet, merry part, merry we do and meet again. And so it is. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So thank you, like I said, everybody who came in today, everybody who commented, pulled cards, everybody who showed some love with the super chats and super stickers. I am very, very grateful. And yeah, and everybody who gave this a thumbs up, everybody who subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know, think about it. But so yeah, thank you guys. And also, thank you to my YouTube members. So Susie and Heather and Liesel and Kayla, thank you guys. And also to my Patreon peeps. So Michelle, Surian, Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, Charles, Jason, Kayla, Brian, thank you guys all so much. It really does help me do what I do here, so I can hang out with you guys, drop some lovely messages, and yeah, we can all have a good time together. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a fabulous week. You know, if you ever want to drop me a line and let me know how things are going, you can hit me up on Instagram, DM me at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.